Another year, another episode of me talking about the Game Awards. This one is a bit late because I have real life stuff to do. I caught the show live, but I can't live stream it, nor could I record my reaction. I even have to start my regular ABB show at 4 a.m. Going back to the Game Awards, some of the winners came as a bit of a shock. Fallout ended up winning Best Adaptation over Arcane. I mean, I also really like the show, or at least as an adaptation of Bethesda's Fallout rather than classic Fallout, but I guess Fallout winning is just a testament to how inferior Arcane Season 2 is, or at least from what I've heard. I haven't seen it, but people said that Season 2 wasn't as good. As for the actual Game of the Year, it was rather surprising. Metaphor was my pick. It won plenty of awards and well-deserved one at that, but not Game of the Year. Wukong also won a couple of awards, but not Game of the Year. I really don't understand why the Elden Ring DLC was nominated at all, when it didn't even win any award. So that whole hoopla of a video game DLC being nominated was for absolutely nothing. Balatro is the underdog nomination, and I somewhat root for it, even though it won plenty of awards too. Now, the real Game of the Year winner for the Game Awards is Astrobot. I'm fine with that. It's an excellent game. I can't wait for the PC version in a couple of years, Sony, because as good as Astrobot was, I'm still not buying a PS5 over it. Overall, TGA 2024 is fine. The announcements are nice, the awards are mostly fine, it's very by the numbers, it doesn't go to any crazy or insane territories, but it is definitely an improvement over the last one. They address plenty of criticisms, but that only leads to the show being adequately watchable, rather than an absolutely entertaining cringe fest like the earlier Game Awards. Then again, I watched the show in the background while I was doing my job, and that's the best thing I can say about it. The Game Awards 2024 is pretty adequate for background noise. And that's all the time I'll spend talking about it. I got plenty of other hooplas to discuss that are infinitely more entertaining. If you like it so far, don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave some tips, the links below. And now, let's move on to talk about other hooplas. Oh yeah, we talked about the Fallout show, did we? The Fallout series is pretty entertaining for me. I have no issues with it, but it is definitely leaning towards Bethesda's brand of Fallout and not Interplay/Obsidian classic Fallout. There are die-hard fans of both ends. I personally really like both approaches. I do prefer classic Fallout approach, but I also like Bethesda's approach, and both of them work fine for me. I enjoyed them as they are. You know what definitely doesn't work? AI-generated madness. This is not Fallout TV show if it was good. This is the Fallout TV show if it's made by some lazy hack, worse than Bethesda. All this AI-generated trash did is to recreate Fallout New Vegas. At least the series has an original story, written by actual human beings who are genuine fans of the game. Yes, they might only be fans of the Bethesda games. Yes, they might suggest that New Vegas is totally ruined by the end, but at least it's a fresh idea. This AI-generated heap of garbage is just copying what already existed, and makes them way worse than what Bethesda did to the franchise. I don't need an adaptation of Fallout New Vegas. I can just play Fallout New Vegas. That is not Boone. Who the hell is that? And why is he carrying an assault rifle while he's in the dinosaur's head? Why is Rex's brain on his freaking back? It should be on his head. It's where the brain's supposed to be. Why is he a full cyborg rather than partially a cyborg? What the hell is going on with Cassidy's hands? Why is this guy riding a car and shooting people? That's not a thing in the Fallout universe. Is that a Deathclaw or a Hunter from Resident Evil? What the hell is going on with Cazador's wings? This is utter garbage. This is not if the Fallout TV show is good. The show is actually more faithful to the Fallout universe than whatever the hell this garbage is. That was infuriating, so let's move on to other hooplas that are only slightly less infuriating. Did you know that Indonesia banned the release of the iPhone 16 here? That's because Apple hasn't followed Indonesia's regulations. The regulation involves having to contain at least 40% of domestic content. That means the iPhone 16 needs to be developed in Indonesia, using materials sourced from Indonesia, having manufacturing plants in Indonesia, or have Indonesian workers. Basically, the iPhone 16 needs to be 40% Indonesian. That's a law that Samsung, Xiaomi, and any other phone manufacturers follow. But not the iPhone. Good riddance if you ask me. Android is cheaper, better, more versatile, more customizable, and has significantly less restrictions. iPhones are just gonna be a waste on everyone's money, and Indonesians really need less money to be wasted. Unfortunately, some Indonesians are caught up with that FOMO mindset to the point where they're blinded with the facts. This guy encountered someone who said, "Why don't you just buy an iPhone X? It will never be outdated." The iPhone X? That's a phone that came out in 2017. That's 7 years ago. You can buy a mid-range Samsung A55 and it's infinitely better than the iPhone X. This person has a relative who said this nonsensical line. "It's so embarrassing to use Android nowadays." Embarrassing? Are you trying to be hip among those rich bourgeois kids? You're Indonesian. Get a cheap Android phone that does the job, than a freaking iPhone that hogs your wallet. Speaking of Indonesia, here's a hoopla from my home island. I live in Bali. It's a wonderful place, and I don't want to be anywhere else. But I do have to admit that it's not all wonderful. This tourist found that out the hard way. One segment of the hotel that he stayed in is worthy of Instagram, but other segments are not. The other segment being the outside of the hotel, including makeshift huts where poor people live. Yep. That's just the harsh reality of being in Bali. Not every place is a paradise. I went to Tokyo, Japan, and even I noticed plenty of imperfections. Those people live there probably because they are poor and they have nowhere else to live. I don't know what their real reason is, but generally, that's the reason why they're there. If you don't like those people being there, that's not the hotel's fault. And it's not exactly good PR if the hotel is like, hey, get out of the hotel, you poor people. You're ruining the Instagram vibes.
I want my money back.
You want your money back? Sorry, but you don't get refunds because you don't like something that's beyond the hotel's control. If you think that you are being misled, sue the hotel if you like, but those people there are just part of our life. It's not their fault.
We're gonna make it work though. We're gonna make it work.
Well, at least you see the bright side of things. Enjoy Bali for what it is. It's not perfect, but it's my hometown. It's where I live, and it's amazing. But say what you want about us Balinese or Indonesians in general, even if we are poor, at least we still know how to calculate areas. Don't you miss primary school education? This guy certainly does. And by miss, I mean miss almost every lesson. I'd never get why area is length times width. Yes, this guy unironically asked this question. Yes, this guy is supposed to be part of meta tech industry or something. If you take a leg of 3 centimeters and multiply it by the width of 2 centimeters, you're adding 3 centimeters twice. Congratulations, you just passed basic primary school math. Welcome to the real world, you recently born hatchling. Why is that the area? This is a 1 times 1 square. This is a 3 times 2 centimeter rectangle. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1 times 1 centimeter square, which makes it 6 centimeter square in total. There are 3rd graders that know this better than you. We really should bring this show back. What does area even mean? You seriously want to get curb stomped on a freaking road, are you? What do you mean, what does area even mean? Centimeters squared as a concept is even more baffling. It's not baffling at all. That's the unit measurement of a whole area, a concept that you somehow find baffling. Someone explain to me like I am 5. Explain like you are 5? You are 5! Speaking of going back to school, these people should be schooled on some basic financial concept. I don't understand why this is a surprise to anyone. I don't understand why car insurance isn't like a retirement fund or a savings account. Because that's not how insurances work. If I never get into an accident, I'm literally just giving you thousands for no reason. No, you're giving thousands to a company to cover the damage that happened to your car. Or at least that's the idea on paper. Yes, those companies might have certain predatory policies that don't cover damage to your car, but you pay for insurance so that you don't have to pay for the damage yourself later. Someone explained the concept of insurance to this guy. You and 9 other people pay $600 into insurance. One of the 10 people got into an accident that cost $6,000. Since the victim is paid for insurance, they don't have to pay again because it's covered by the insurance from those 9 other people that pay for it. Thankfully, car crashes don't happen that often. Hopefully, you don't get to any. I wish you all well. But when it did, you'd be glad that you have those 9 other people covering the damage with insurance, right? You have to understand the basic of insurance before calling it this. And thus, insurance being a scam is substantiated immediately. No, it doesn't. Insurance is not a scam. Just because the money that the 9 other people invested is gone doesn't mean that it's a scam. It just means that there are more funds allocated to help people that do get into accidents. Think of paying insurance as you helping other people. You can either be the 9 people that pay, or you can be the 1 person that got into a crash. Again, I'm talking about insurance as a concept, not specific insurance companies. Some of them might be scams, but they're not referring to specific companies. They're talking about insurance as a concept. It's the same with cryptocurrencies. As a concept, decentralized digital currency is a wonderful idea in the age of credit cards dictating everything, but then people turn it into all sorts of horrible scams. The idea of it is not a scam, but a lot of its execution is. There's no better time to learn something than now, and this hoopla will teach you something, or at least try to teach you something. This post is trying to insinuate some bizarre life advice. Don't be like this guy. Okay, like who? Midwife. Bro, in this day and age where the loneliness numbers are rising and people aren't dating as much, they would love to have a wife. Average 9 to 5. Oh no, how dare this guy have jobs? That's not good. He should be an entrepreneur and make jobs instead. Bro, not everyone can be an entrepreneur. If everyone is an entrepreneur, no one will be working under them. And you do need those people working under you. Low quality friends. Define low quality. Drinks beer after work. I don't drink either, but even if I do, I'd rather people have drink after work and not during or before work. Bad shape and beer belly. Walk every day, work out, keep a consistent schedule, and stay persistent. It's not a big issue, unless you make it big. No purpose outside of family. What other purposes are there that are more important than family? Trapped in his hometown. Sorry, but most of us don't have enough money to move out or have jobs that pay enough to move out. I'm fine where I am right now, thank you. Sports are his only source of joy. Oh no, how dare he find something that he enjoys? Let life pass by. Oh no, how dare he let his life pass by? What are you supposed to do then? All complain, but no solutions. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to the end, here's a cat. And also huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You are all fantastic. If you want to see your name among these legends, then check out the links below, just $1. And you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my APB Show stream channel, link below, go subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.